Ganjo, this beautiful campus has been your home for years. How are you finding this UNEA?
Indeed, this has been home for many years for me until I left and joined Emerging Ag. And it's good to be back home, connect with lots of good friends, former colleagues, see lots of member states that we have worked on multiple issues with over the years. But to be really honest, UNEA becomes another victim of the challenges we're seeing with multilateralism, drawn out negotiations, resolutions that have been extensively bracketed, and the text that has been watered down, to say the least. So this is just yet another reminder that the world needs a reset. But all that said, there are a couple of things that have happened that are positive, Robin. What have you seen from the places you've been and people that you've interacted with?
Well, we had the most fun working on two issues that we're passionate about. The soils agenda came up very clearly. There's lots of work here on land degradation, but I think we're slowly winning the campaign to be thinking about soil health, not just land degradation, because if we work on soil health first, we're not going to be at a point that we need to be focused only on land restoration. So that preventative approach, I think, is finding currency and traction here. And there were some wonderful, wonderful people leading that charge, including C4ICRAF and Lee and the Coalition of Action for Soil Health and WWF. And it was just really lovely to see all those actors coming together, with private sector and NGOs and scientists all pulling together. And then we've also had some great conversations on rangelands, and the leadership of the presidency of Mongolia was evident all week long. They were present everywhere. They were talking about their commitment to doing land-water nexus, to working on rangelands with some really concrete outcomes. I think there's going to be some breakthroughs about how we speak about pastoralism with respect, how we protect our grasslands around the world. So as before, we're seeing momentum in different areas, even if the negotiations are a little bit bogged down.
And I like that, Robin, because the other thing that we have seen, and that resonates with the theme of UNEA, which was resilience. And I think resilience is beyond what UNEA has done. It's becoming the organizing framework, if you may, around which the world is starting to reorder itself. Partners are coming together to identify those issues that we need to work on. It's building resiliency across society. It's in agriculture, it's in finance, it's in technology. And we had this wonderful gathering the other night where we had close to 100 people in this lovely collegial setup where people were identifying the issues that they're addressing, how they're building resiliency at the government level, the private sector, research institutions, the multinational institutions as well, including from the UN, and very, very rich discussions. And we should be putting out a report that speaks a little more to what the conversation really covered. And beyond that is then resiliency becomes the mantra that we should be rallying behind as we go into 2026 and beyond, because the world as we know it, or as we have known it in the past, that order has shifted in such a significant way. We have to find ways of building alliances, building coalitions, building new friendships and partnerships so that we can deliver the change that we want and make the world a better place for all of us. But more importantly, make it just so that everyone who calls this beautiful planet home lives a life of dignity and decency.
Well, it's really the idea of community, isn't it?
Indeed.
Which is what agriculture does best. So it's right in the space that we love to work in. And I think it's going to be an exciting year in 2026 with lots of big moments, including all three Rio conventions having their COPs, which are the Conference of Parties. So we'll be talking about land at CCD. We'll be talking about desertification and drought, but also talking about biodiversity and climate through that whole run. And thanks for the time here in Nairobi, because it's the kickoff really to another big year of talking about these issues.
Indeed.